Securing their number 10 spot is Medusa. Now, the reason Medusa's in our number 10 spot is because although you don't necessarily have to look at her for her ultimate to affect you, it still has a large amount of CC whether you do or don't. To sum her ultimate up, Medusa takes off her mask, charges it up, and fires. If you're looking at her, you get frozen. If you're not, you take half damage and are slowed. And now, let's continue the list with our number 9 spot. Chaining up our number 9 spot is Ares. Although Ares may not have the most damaging ultimate in the game, it's very disruptive and very team-based. To sum it up, he chains all enemies in the radius and pulls them towards him near the end. You can get out of this with beads, but after the new addition of relics, it is much harder to get out of Ares' ult. Let's keep it going with our number 8 spot. Taking our number 8 spot is Rom. Rom's ultimate is quite simple. He flies up into the air and has 3 shots to shoot. With every shot, whether it misses or hits, it gets smaller and deals more damage. Let's strike our way into the number 7 spot. Crashing down into our number 7 spot is Zeus. The best way to describe Zeus's ult is that it is a circle that deals large amounts of damage to the enemies inside it the longer they stay in it. And now, we move on to our number 6 spot. Taking our number 6 spot is Bellona. Much like Ares, although Bellona's ultimate may not do a lot of damage, it makes up for the fact that it is very situational and very team-based. To sum it up, Bellona flies forward and crashes down on enemies, stunning them in a smaller circle. And now, let's move on to the number 5 spot. Flying into our number 5 spot is Ao Kuang. To sum Ao Kuang's ult up, when a player is below 30% health, they are in execute threshold, meaning that if Ao Kuang gets close to them and is able to cast his ultimate on them, they will be thrown up into the air and instantly killed. Now, let's move on with our number 4 spot. Turning the tide to grab the number 4 spot is Poseidon. Poseidon's ultimate is very simple. It's an area of effectability with high concentrations of damage in the middle and lower on the outsides. In addition to having more damage done in the middle, enemies that happen to be in the middle are stunned. This can allow Poseidon to get out or initiate to get a kill. And now, let's rush in to the number 3 spot. Crashing down into our number 3 spot is Habwa. Habwa's ultimate is very simple. He crashes forward in a wave that deals massive amounts of damage to the enemies. Although it does have quite short range, it does formidable damage to stack up against other gods' ultimates in the game. And now, let's move into the number 2 spot. Taking that number 2 spot is Kukulkan. Kukulkan's ultimate is very simple. It is a long line ability and does massive amounts of damage to anyone that happens to be caught in it. His ultimate is known to kill enemies at full health and deal damage upwards of 1500. And now, let's move into the number 1 spot. Taking that number 1 spot with no surprise is Anubis. To sum up Anubis' ultimate, if you hit every tick, it will deal the most damage in the game, dealing upwards of 2000 damage in some cases. I hope you enjoyed my top 10 picks for the most overpowered ults in Smite. Tell me yours in the comment section below. And always, like, comment, and subscribe.